Welcome everyone. Now we are moving into the last segment of this unit 4. Here we are going to discuss about 6 infectious disease which is caused by various pathogens. And here we are going to study about the disease causing pathogens and how our immune system is fighting against it. So first, in this particular video we are going to see the first disease, that is poliomyelitis or polio. So poliomyelitis is caused by a virus. So the virus is an enterovirus, which we call it as the polio virus. So this polio virus causes this polio or poliomyelitis, which is a disabling and a life-threatening disease caused by this virus. This virus spreads from the person to person and can infect a person's spinal cord, leading to the paralysis. So we'll see how the polio virus does this to the body. First, we will be getting to know what is this polio virus. So polio virus is a single-stranded RNA virus. So already we have studied DNA and RNA are the two different genetic materials that could be found in our nucleus. So virus contains this single-stranded RNA virus. There are other types of virus which can have double-stranded RNA virus too. This polio virus is having the single-stranded RNA virus protected by a capsid protein. So this capsid protein coat protects this RNA virus present in it. This polio virus mainly targets the children below 5 years of age, and it can spread by fecal or oral transmissions. So when we say like fecal or oral transmission, it also can transmit through contaminated food or water. And if a person containing polio, when the person sneeze or cough through the virus containing droplets, it can reach the next person when the next person inhale the air containing these droplets. So this is the basic information about the polio virus and how it's spreading. So now we will see exactly like how this polio virus is infecting the person after entering inside them. So this polio virus specifically target the small intestinal cells called as mucosal cells. So these mucosal cells actually line the small intestine. So the polio virus first enters into this mucosal cells, and after entering inside, the viral RNA will release its RNA along with the help of RNA polymerase. It will make the host cell, that is the mucosal cells, to make the viral proteins instead of the host cell proteins. So this is a special mechanism performed by all types of virus when it enters inside the host. So usually the virus will not be doing its replication or production of protein outside any host cell. Only after entering inside a host cell, it will make use of the host machinery to produce its viral proteins. So once you can see here, so the viral RNA will take the help of RNA polymerase. Okay, so this enzyme helps in the production of viral protein inside the host cell using the host cell's ribosome. So it will be like continuously going on. Okay, so whenever it's happening, so the viral will make more copies of itself. So once there is enough copies for this virus, all these newly formed virus will lyse the host cell and it will leave out of the mucosal cells. So slowly it starts spreading to the neighboring cell and it will make huge copies of this viral RNA of poliovirus. Now all these newly copied or duplicated polioviral cells, they will enter into the lymph node. We have already studied this lymph node in the lymphatic system. So once it reaches this lymph node, from there it enters into the bloodstream of the person. Then from the bloodstream it reaches the interstitial tissues, from where it targets the motor neuron. So this motor neuron connects to the spinal cord of the person. So this motor neuron is the main target for this poliovirus. So when inside the spinal cord, when this poliovirus enters, it will call for the immune cells, because the spinal cord thinks some pathogen has invaded and it wants the pathogens to be eradicated from it. So the immune cells like neutrophils and macrophages reach to the particular position and it starts attacking the area which was infected by this virus. But instead of killing the virus, it will damage the spinal cord, leading to the inflammation in spinal cord. So this inflammation will result in the death of the neurons present in the spinal cord. So these neurons are major in transmitting the signal across our body. When this neuron dies, there will not be any signal passing from spinal cord to other parts of body as well as from other parts of body to the spinal cord. This will lead to the muscle atrophy. So this is the pathogenesis of polio virus, how it's entering our body and how it's leading to this polio attack in our body. So now we'll see a few symptoms which can be seen when a person is having this polio attack. The thing is, most of the infected individuals will not show any symptoms initially. Sometimes they may have high fevers, intense muscle pain, loss of muscle reflexes, but they will get to know this completely when they have this paralysis. And this paralysis develops over a few days, leading to a asymmetric paralysis. And it affects the larger proximal muscles, especially in the legs. So because of which the persons getting this can't able to walk or they can't do their functions properly. Sometimes the infants can also be affected by this polio. This will develop the acute flaccid paralysis, which we call it as the floppy baby syndrome. And if the diaphragm motor nerves are affected due to this polio virus, it can result in the difficulty of breathing, which will lead to the death of the infant. So the type of infection or the effect created by this polio virus could be different, but most will be leading to paralysis and few will be leading to the difficulty in breathing. So what are all the treatments available for this process? Basically, there is no specific treatment available so far to treat this polio virus, but there are few support available for the people having this polio, like some pain medications to ease out the muscle spasms or to decompress the bladders. And if a person is having a respiratory disorder or problem, then they can take the assistance of an iron lung kind of instruments to support their trouble in breathing. And the most specific thing that we can do against this polio is taking a polio vaccine. So we all know, we have all in our childhood, we have been taken this polio vaccine. That's the main reason why we have not got this polio virus. So usually humans are the only natural host for this polio virus. So the polio virus can infect only the humans, not any other animals. So if we can able to prevent ourselves from this polio virus, we can stop the spreading of this polio virus within the world. So to do this, we will be taking the help of these vaccines. These vaccines can be of two types. The one is inactivated poliovirus vaccine, where we will be having the dead or inactivated virus, that is the polio virus. Or we could take the oral poliovirus vaccine, where we will be having the weakened strain of the live virus. But there are like few instances where the polio attack has been caused due to the vaccine itself, but it is like very rare case. So if we have a proper vaccine for us, we can prevent and control this polio attack completely.